Hey YouTube, this is Raj, and today I'm going to be talking about pandas in Minecraft, so why don't we get started? So let's talk about pandas in Minecraft. Now the first thing you have to understand is how they spawn. So they spawn in jungle biomes in 1 to 2 to a group on grass blocks. They have to have 2 airspace above them, and it has to be light level 9. They spawn with a randomized personality, a main gene, and a hidden gene. And this sort of dictates how they act. It also can dictate their health and stuff like that. So they are a passive mob. They wander aimlessly. If you have bamboo, they'll follow you up to about 16 blocks. This is kind of similar to a lot of the mobs in the game. If you hit them, they'll panic. It takes them a bit and then they'll attack you. Pandas can't be led on a lead. So basically there are 7 different personalities. So they have a randomized personality. There are 2 different traits. There is a main trait and then there is a hidden trait. And usually the main trait dictates what kind of personality they are. There are 5 dominant personality types. So these are normal, aggressive, lazy, worried, and playful. So if those are in the main slot, that basically means they have that personality. But there are 2 recessive ones, which are weak and brown. Brown actually has a different look, but those are the 2 recessive ones, and for them to actually show up as a personality, they need to be in both the main slot and the hidden slot. If there is a recessive gene that is the main gene, and there's actually a dominant gene that's the hidden gene, they'll just have a normal personality. So you can actually see this here. I didn't actually fill out the full table here, but the left side as it goes down, that's the main gene, and then the top ones would be the hidden gene. So as you can tell here, I didn't fill in any of these ones because basically the main gene would be the personality. But you can see at the bottom here, if these 2 are the recessive ones, the weak one and the brown one, basically every other personality type, when it is the hidden gene, will just make it a normal personality. The only 2 exceptions here are when there is a weak main gene and hidden gene, main and hidden brown gene. Let's talk about the different personalities of pandas. So this is a weak panda. Their personality basically has to have both a main gene and a hidden gene that are weak, because they're both recessive genes. So you can see the appearance is different with this one. It has a snotty nose. It also has a light blue pixel that is to the left and the right of their eyes. So you can kind of see by appearance what personality this panda is. And the specific thing for weak pandas is they have 10 health instead of the normal 20 health. So the next panda is a normal panda. So you can see that they have a frowny mouth. So there's no unique personality trait for normal pandas. It basically could mean that their main gene is a normal personality, but also they could have a recessive gene as their main gene, so it's hard to know exactly with these guys. So the next one is a lazy panda, and as you can see, it is on its back. So that is one of the things that a lazy panda does: lie on their back. They're slower than normal, and they do not follow bamboo when laying on their back. But let's see. So they are, oh yeah, so these guys have a smiling mouth rather than normal. So a normal guy or normal panda has a frowny one, and a lazy panda will have a smiling one. Aggressive pandas have eyebrows that are basically angry. So when you hit either or attack players or mobs or nearby pandas, these pandas will actually attack you and will become hostile. So this is a playful panda, and as you can see, it has its mouth sticking out, or its tongue sticking out of its mouth, and what it does, it'll actually jump and it also rolls over, as you can see right there. Now the brown panda is a variant. Basically you can see that instead of having black and white, it has brown and has no unique personality aspects. It's just the appearance is different. And if you actually want these guys, the only way you can get them is if you basically have a panda that has a main gene and a hidden gene that are both brown panda. So the next one is a worried panda. So it's hard to spot this, but there is basically 2 pixels for eyes, and they're slanted. Avoid players and most hostile mobs. They shake and hide during thunderstorms, and they do not eat cake or bamboo on their own. So that is all 7 personalities for the pandas. Okay, so now we're gonna try to breed some pandas, and so with pandas, they have a condition for when they breed, and that is that you have to have 8 blocks of bamboo within a 5-block radius of them in order for them to actually enter love mode. So basically these 2 guys, I'm going to breed them. So as you can see, one has a weak personality, the other one is a playful. This guy will have 2 weak genes, and this one will have a dominant gene that is playful. So if we breed them together, we'll be able to see what kind of baby they should produce. So basically what you can tell from here is that breeding the weak and the playful, you can tell that this baby is normal. So what this means is that the weak gene is probably the main gene, and then one of the genes from the playful guy is the hidden gene. So basically how it works is when you breed a baby panda, it takes one of the genes from each parent and then puts it as a main gene or a hidden gene. There's also a 1 in 32 chance there'll actually be a mutation, so a random gene could enter. But basically, breeding these pandas together, you should be able to understand what you're gonna breed based on what the personalities that are displayed, and you can eventually figure out through breeding which the hidden gene is. So that was a lot of talking about personalities and genes, but it is very important with pandas because it obviously dictates their behavior and their health and a lot of different things about pandas. So if you're interested, you can also check out different mobs. I've been going through all of the mobs in Minecraft, so you can check that out. If you like this video, please give me a like. If you want me to keep producing content, please give me a subscribe. You can always leave a comment. I appreciate that. And stay classy, YouTube. This is Raj.